So I think that should be fine. So what exactly is the requirement? It's a BDS assignment, right? So
Yeah.
I'm sharing my screen. So I think, see, the first thing is like, I just went to that webinar slides quickly, right? So that will help a lot. That is the first thing, right? I'm sharing my
Okay.
screen. I think these webinar slides, whatever is there, right? So if at all you want to install, right, the MongoDB and Mongo Shell, right? I think everything is given, right? So how to install and all the links were given here. So that is the first step.
Okay.
I think most of you might have already done it, right? Installation of MongoDB, and I think sometime back
You can use Mongoose also. It's much easier also, right?
yeah, so I think on the group chat, there was one video also shared, YouTube video, which is pretty easy. I think very well explained, how to install if somebody doesn't know and those kind of thing. So this will help us to install the MongoDB and the Mongo shell both. So pretty simple, kind of thing. So once we install it, basically, right? So we do the basic, the run command and normally, or we can straight away the easiest way is once you have installed the Mongo shell, right? So we can go to the the C drive and Mongo shell, right? And in the bin, right? So there will be a Mongo shell sh, right? We can just run it. So this is what is the command prompt you will get, right? And we just press enter, and normally in the initial you will get something called test. That means there is nothing is there. It is just a test kind of thing, right? And this is where we need to check, what kind of the databases we have, kind of thing, right? So if you just type in show databases DBS, right? So these are all the databases normally I have in my local, right? But normally what happens the moment you install MongoDB and even the shell, you will not have all these, right? So normally you will have admin, config, and local, these three only at the beginning. But if you remember in the the for exercise, we need these CSV files, all these, right? It is available in the link.
Okay.
Right. So what you need to do is, I think in the slide, right? They have already given how to import these Excel or CSV files into this, right? So that is given. So you can use that particular the path or command to really do it, kind of thing. So that is the third step, which is required for our the assignment, kind of thing. So the three steps: one is installing the MongoDB, and the second one is the shell, and the third one is this import option. Okay, so then only we can start working on this.
Yeah, Ramana, I gone through the webinar video. Okay,
Okay,
so that's quite very simple and nicely explained in the webinar video.
okay, fine.
That's a good suggestion. Who are not seen, no, it just for 1 hour 20 minutes.
Hmm.
Just see that it is. Luckily, this webinar was very clearly explained. Okay, that we will do. But the query what they have explained in the
Okay,
webinar
see,
is
yeah. So let us start with, right. So there are 12 questions are there. See, let us say that the number of new cases and new deaths and new recovered. And one thing is what we need to focus is this one. Okay, because the for the question one we need to use the country wise the CSV file. For
there
the
are six
question number,
CSV file given, right?
yes, yes. So we need to see that for which question, which CSV file we need to give. So
Okay.
let us say the question one, the country, right? So that
Yeah.
means for this question, we need to use, this CSV file, which is says the country wise, correct? This is
Okay.
what is the CSV file we should use, right? So now to use, let us say that in this particular, this is the shell command, right? So let us say that I want to change to the, the database, right? So I will say use, and whatever the CSV file or the database you want to use, you just put it there. So now you automatically you got switched to the country wise thing, right? Earlier we were in the test, correct? So now if you look at that, it says we are in this particular the database kind of thing, right?
Okay.
So now here, and if you remember that, right? So you have a database and then you will have a collection, something called collections, right? So we need to see what are all the collection name we have given while creating this, right? So here, the collection name is course, because this is what we need to, two things are very important: the database and the collections, right? In the collections, you will have all those fields. Okay, so that is how it is there.
Now, one moment, Ramna. See, what I understand is each CSV file,
Hmm.
when we upload it, it becomes a database, right?
Yes, it's a database. Yeah, this is a database.
Okay. And the collection is each record, each line in that is become a collection. Is that right?
Collection means, it's a collection means what are all the data available in that particular is one collection. Yeah. See,
So
for example,
one line of a CSV file we consider as one
Collection, you can say, is a table.
table, entire
table.
table.
Oh, entire table is collection.
Yeah. See, for example, if I just put it not.
Row is a document. Collection is a table. Row is a document.
Yes. See,
Okay.
basically, this is what is a country wise, right? So basically, this is country wise is entire your database, right?
Okay.
And so this table, right? This table, whatever this table is there.
Oh,
So this table is, you can think like a collection, right?
Okay.
And then, so then you will have the rows and columns, right? Normally in a RDBMS kind of thing, but here that is how you can think, right? So
okay.
that is what is important here to
So,
understand.
Ramana, can we have only one database and rest of all the CSV files as single tables in that case?
No, that is possible, but it will complicate the things unless you are good in querying exactly things. That is possible, but better keep it separate, okay? For beginners.
I think the one database will be suffice, means because everything is related to COVID-19. So only
Yeah.
adding all the collection under one database, because they wanted to see our analysis as well.
Yeah.
Because in the start they mentioned that how you start, that is also important, and then the result is also important. So
True.
we need to
I
be
agree.
careful.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So, but see, it
for
all
every-
depends. Okay, it all depends. Like, see, if you are pro in this, better go for having.
Nobody is
combined.
pro, to be
So
frank.
if you are just beginners, don't get into all those things. Okay, it will confuse, and at the end you will get lost in that. Okay,
That's true. That's true.
Stick
No,
to
but
the basics.
for every query, they have mentioned which CSV to use, right?
Yes,
Right,
correct.
yeah.
So that is where we will do the switching option, right?
Right,
So,
yeah.
that is where I was trying to use switching option, right? We switch basically. So let us say in the question number 1, we started with country-wise latest, right? That is what is the database. So now what is that we need to do is basically, I think the question asked was, let us say that the number of new cases and new deaths and new recovered, right? So if you look at this CSV file, so we have the new cases, new deaths, and new recovered, right? So this is what they want actually, right? How many are there basically? So this number is what is expected to be queried, just for a cross-reference point of view, right? So what is that we need to do is basically here. So simple command here. So these are all available in the Google or any web or even in the slides, everything. So start with your DB, then dot, and then that is where you need to remember your collection there, right? So you are trying to say what is that collection scores, right? So this is what is it's saying in this database and in this collection. Now you are going to start your the querying kind of thing, right? So that is what thing. So all these queries, like what exactly we want, so that we need to really check in that, right? So for example, let us say that let me open even the the PyMongo parallelly also, so that things will be, it's very clear, right? So now what we will be doing is basically here I have given a database DB. Let's say DB name is different, and scores is what is your the collection, right? Then we try to use some aggregation. So aggregation nothing but a different the operations, or like grouping, piping, and all those things we try to do. So this is what will be your a kind of a line of a code or a command or whatever you call it is, right? So this is what normally will happen. So that means you are trying to aggregate by creating a group with respect to the ID, right? So each document will have ID is null, and you are trying to put the sum of your new cases, right? So the new cases is nothing but whatever are the new cases, this particular column you want to get the output, right? So that is what you will get. So you will get the number of new cases is 2,28,000. So this is the number, and we can just cross verify, right? So that is what the number you got it here, correct?
Okay.
So this is as simple as that.
But they have also mentioned some data pre-processing, right? Have you done any data pre-processing on this?
See, data pre-processing and all, we can do it using command and all, but it is complicated. So that's the reason better to use the Python PyMongo to really to check all those things.
Is it allowed, Ramna, for using the
That is
PyMongo?
what some TA or somebody told it is allowed, but 100% it is allowed. I am going with the that one only. So
Did they put any comments? Because in the note,
the fundamental difference, if you look at this, right, the command whatever is there in your PyMongo, right, same thing I copy pasted here, right? If
Yeah.
you have seen this, so there is no fundamentally difference. Only some API, that will have a discussion with your database there in the local and the Python. That's it. So won't be much the difference normally, right? So that's what it is.
So coding and all will be the same. Whether
Same.
you use a
User point of view. Only thing is a little bit, the Python syntax a little bit, sometimes will happen, because otherwise it will be almost same. Hardly any change will happen, right? So that's it. So if you want to press on the upper arrow, you will get the the previous command. So instead of new cases, so the next thing what we want is basically the new deaths, right? So we just need the new deaths. So we can just copy here the new deaths, and we can just whatever is there, we can just paste it here. So how many new deaths are there? We can get it. So we got it, right? So something like that.
Okay.
5,415, right? So I think even if you use the Python also or the PyMongo, say 5,415, you get the same thing basically.
Okay.
Right? So that is how it is done. I think
Ramna, what is that loop that you're using?
sorry,
The loop that is there in your code, what is that for?
which loop?
Your
Okay. See the difference. Yeah, this is some extra added. See, normally what happens in PyMongo, right? See, in the database, right, there is advantage of a shell. We don't need to loop anything straight away. It will look in there and it will give the answer in the Mongo command, shell command, right? But whereas in Python, normally what happens, right? So we need to loop it. So the moment we got that, right, so we need to loop, check for each record. Okay, and then we need to print. Then only it will sum it up. So we need to create always a loop. That is only the difference.
The PyMongo, if without a loop, it will not give sum of the value.
No, it will not give.
But here, okay, fine. Aggregate command alone will not sum up.
No, it will sum up, but it has to be iterated. So that is how the documentation also says. So it has to be iterated, whenever we want to do, and it is a simple command to iterate every time. Almost similar command will be there, whatever we use. Okay.
Otherwise, if you are using the shell, do we have to take the screenshot or completely record? Well, that was a little confusing. One side they are saying we'll have to take the screenshot. The last
record it, right? Better record it, right? That's what they want, a video, right? What do you mean a screenshot? They need a video. Video means it is you have to record it. That's it. There is no other option. So record the way we want. You can put a mobile phone, before your screen, or do some. There are multiple ways we can do. So
screen recording option should be there with some additional.
So, that is how it is, right? So yeah, I think this is how normally will be done, right? So, oops, I cleared it. Okay, so that's how it is. That's how the question number 1 will be answered. That's it. And this is how you need to follow for all the questions. That's what I understood. I don't know, but yeah, this is what it is.
That's straightforward, Ramna. But any tricky part in any of the questions? So the first question seems to be straightforward.
First question was only the easiest one, or maybe the first 2 are, but rest are all tricky ones, kind of thing. That's what I felt. See, for example, let us say that we are just struggling on here. See, for example, question number 12, right? So the countries and respective dates, right, in which maximum increase of active cases occurred. So what do you mean by maximum increase of active cases?
Actually compared to previous day?
Yes, previous day, right? So that is formula and all.
I have the answer for this. If you want, I can help you in this.
Yeah.
Sure,
So
Prasad.
Means I will give you an idea. Means what we need to do over here. So in this means we need to buy first the country and the maximum number. Okay, that is the first thing we need to do. So if you find the maximum, then with respect to country and maximum, you will easily able to find the respective date, and that is the answer they are looking for.
No, I don't think.
No, I don't think so. See, you are talking about the maximum, right?
Right. Yeah.
but it is maximum increase. What do you mean by increase? You need to compare with the previous day, right? See, for example, on 1st of January, you have 100 cases. 2nd of January, you have 150 cases. So what is the increase? 50. And 3rd of January, you have 1000 cases. So increase is almost 850. So
Okay.
now for the 3 days, 850 should come as an answer, but not as 1000, right?
You'll have to calculate
Yes. So we
increase
need to
maximum, then
calculate,
find the
right?
maximum increase.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, for example, you are just trying something, but yeah, we have not done it. See, for example, in
Basically,
this
in
code, right?
SQL, we use subquery for this, right?
See, the increase something you need to put what is the active cases on previous day, what is the previous day active cases, you need to subtract that, then only you need to get that, something like that.
Okay.
For each of the country, or is the highest country we are
No, each of the country, that is what is asked, right? So I think they are asking for each of the country, right? The countries and respective dates also, on which date that maximum increase has happened, you need to print. For example, let us say you got some country, and on which date the maximum increase has happened, that is what you need to print.
Oh,
Like Uganda or whatever country, and on which date, the rate of increase was highest. Something like
Oh yeah, so that's why the rate of interest highest. Then just we need to find out the country and the date and the maximum cases with respect to the date, right?
no,
No. You'll have
maximum.
to first calculate a new field only with the
See,
maximum
yeah.
increase, all the increase with
Something,
respective dates only. Okay,
So you
consecutive
need
dates.
to see,
And
you
then
need
in
to
that,
first
yeah.
active cases, what is there on day 1, and the previous day, what are all the active cases, you need to subtract. So that will give you that increase, right? And then you have to increment it. And then you need to, go for all the dates, something like that.
Yeah, this seems like doing in Python is much easier than directly
See,
writing
that's
the
what.
query.
See,
Yeah.
if you try to do it here, you need to be very good in Linux and all. Otherwise, no way you can do. That's the reason PyMango is a mandatory for almost 3 to 4 questions.
Yeah.
Except for question 1, 2, 3, or otherwise, no way you can do.
but they are saying what is they are asking is the submission should consist of 2 files. PDF file contain answer to 13 question. The only 12 question, I don't know, there are 13 questions based on
No, 12
analysis.
questions. They are
The
updated later.
question is like a PDF, you'll have to write the analysis. That is what they are saying.
No. Later they corrected and now it is 12.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. See, PDF we can convert, right? So this we can convert into PDF.
Yeah, this is much easier now.
So then
Otherwise-
make a video of this. That's what I'm going to do. I don't know whether they accept it or not. They have to accept it. There is no other way.
Yeah, that is the main question only. That is the
No, but
confusion.
see, actually the TA and we got an email, right? They told that yes, you can do it. They have clearly told.
Why don't they TA put that in the discussion forum or somebody?
The TA told PyMango is allowed, so it's okay.
It's allowed. Even the lead instructor also, it seems, told that yeah, you can use PyMongo if you are comfortable in that. Yes.
Okay, fine. In that case, you don't have to record, right? We can
No, you have to record even that also, right? See, this one, the moment you write the code, right, the execution, you just record it, right? It is same thing. You record this screen, everything.
And they are doing very smartly this time because anyone can copy the code, but only few will able to execute it.
True.
Okay.
Because unless you have done the environmental setups correctly, you cannot execute, right? So that's the key there. And that's the reason I was focusing more on the previous part, because code anyhow you will get somehow. But setting up the right environments, getting the right CSV files is the major key important thing here.
What about data processing? It doesn't require a lot, right, Ramna? I don't think so. It's just a field name or rename fields only, attributes only. I think that is enough. I think.
Yeah, I think that should be.
Have you done anything?
Null values we can find. See, there are some. See, sometimes you may get right. See, somewhere we were struggling to do when you try to draw some graphs and all. Right. See, one of the thing everything was string. If I remember. Yeah. See here. So this everything is total cases, new cases, everything is an object. Everything is a string. And when you try to draw some graphs or anything, it will throw an error, right?
Oh,
so
okay,
you need to do the typecasting and all. So, yeah, that may be required.
Do we have
Yeah,
to
for
do
visualization you're required then.
Yes. When you want to visualize, something, then definitely, you need to check the data type and
That's the problem. The way they have asked, there is no other option. We'll have to do it in the PyMongo only.
Obviously,
Because they
right?
want
You
we
cannot
can-
have a visualization in the you
MongoDB
can't
cell.
do. Yeah, you can't do.
Yeah.
True.
Can you help me out in the sixth question also? I unable to understand means what is expected over there. There are
Just
two
a country only,
Okay.
maximum active.
So just a caution, right? So don't think that whatever answer I am giving is always right. Okay, so
Yeah, absolutely.
Max
Prospective change means
maximum
for
active and the second max date. That is what you'll have to.
see,
The
it
country
is
with
not
the highest number of active cases
And
and,
the country.
also the second
US and
highest
UK.
death rate.
Yeah.
See, what is that need? They want the question says the country. The country
you need
names
to
you need
country
to print out. That's it. Which are having highest number of active cases and the second highest of the death rate.
yeah
Right?
means second highest means how means I'm
See,
a little
first
bit
is
confused.
Question
just
number
go for
6
maximum
is country,
and the
right?
next.
Question number
Yeah.
6 is for country. See, let us look into this Excel only, right? So this is what is country wise, right? So what was the question asked? So it was asked highest number of active cases. So just sort it by your maximum. So US is coming here.
Mhm.
So that is the highest. So that is answer is known. Okay. Now the second one is basically death for maybe the 100 cases, right? This is what is the rate. The second question they were asking
Is the
death,
rate in 100.
yeah, death
Death-
rate.
Date rate we need to calculate it. It's
No,
not
no, no.
available.
We don't
No, it is
calculate. It's
given,
already
right?
there.
It is already there. Death rate.
Okay.
Okay. So just sort it again. Again sort it. And what is the second one here? United
15.19.
Kingdom. United Kingdom, right?
So we need to write two different query. It can be answer in one, right?
Yeah. That's as simple as that, right? So you can
Okay,
just
I was trying to answer in one query itself. That's why a little bit confused.
No, actually, one query only. I had to write and I wrote in one query only. But only thing is that I thought active cases and maximum death we have to give. But as Ramna said, country also is required. So I'll.
See, only country is required.
Country is
See,
more better.
see, this
outside
is
that.
what is output expected if I just look into this, right? That's it.
So it's much easier to do it on directly on this thing PyMongo only.
PyMongo, I think that's. I'm looking at the discussion. There is no reply from any of this.
But I don't understand what is the ultimate industry wants. Work is given, you have to do it, right? So whether you use
That's the thing. They should not do that. Okay, we'll deduct the marks. That is the problem only. Stupidity is there. Otherwise, it's fine.
See, the best part of the PyMongo is, as I told, right? The commands are straight away. We can copy paste
we can
and we
directly
can
use.
execute, right? So possible.
Right.
Okay, so I think so there are tricky questions are there which I also don't know the answers. We are just doing. See, for example, maybe this is also easy, but I don't know. Like sometimes I got 8,400 some countries. I was just surprised. Oh, with IA ending, you have 8,500 countries.
No, the one thing we can do is just match the result of queries. That is something we can do if everyone is getting math.
Yeah.
So that's one thing will helpful.
Yeah.
Like how we discussed on the country thing. I was thinking about the cases, active cases and second date rate. But I didn't say that country we have to give. So that's how. Yeah.
True. And here also, if you look at that, here also some addition subtraction is required in the code, right? Otherwise, this will not come. So for that, what is that? It is also a tricky one because this new cases field will not be there in our CSV file, right? In our database. So we need to add that new cases. Then only,
No, new cases is available. Means.
No. With this
new field, we'll have to create another field in that.
Yes. We need to create a field and then you need to print it in a reverse sorted order, something like this.
The sixth also we can do that way, right? In the sixth one, this country with the highest number of can also the second, no, not the sixth one. 12th question. Just go to the 12th question.
Yeah, 12th. We need to add this maximum increase field, new field.
Increase in the field. We can create one more field and say that what is the difference between the previous day and that day, and take the maximum value of that, right? And
yeah, that is how you should do a solution. Yes, correct.
Okay.
Same.
the latitude and longitude of those country with which are having active cases greater than 100.
Yeah, you need to use the condition GT 100, right? And just print this latitude and longitude. And then
Latitude, how do you put latitude? Will you take the center point of that?
no,
Because
no, 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 no. In the data they have given those values. For example, question number
oh,
11, right?
yeah.
So 11 means you need to use this COVID. Some file is there. So I think this file COVID-19 cleanup complete. So this is where you have latitude here and longitude here. This is given already.
Okay.
Okay, so you need to print these three, provided your active cases should be more than 100.
Okay, another question, Ramna. Did you import from PyMongo or directly you import in all these CSV into MongoDB and then use PyMongo to query?
Sorry, I didn't get that. Say it again.
Just saying that this CSV, all 6 CSV is there, no? Have you imported directly from the command line or you did it from the PyMongo itself?
Yeah, from PyMongo, right? So we can just use this port and the server.
Yeah, directly. That is
directly.
Oh, okay, directly only you. Okay.
Yeah.
So you have loaded into the MongoDB only the CSV files, and
Yes.
then you have set this URL to that local host, and then you connect to PyMongo. Okay.
Yes, correct. That is how normally in real time also we will do like that.
We work like this only. Yeah, that is.
For the importing, if you want to change the data type, have you tried changing the data type while importing, or you what you use? You use shell script for importing, or directly use?
No, that is what he's saying. No, he's imported directly from PyMongo itself. You can see in the code itself. So,
Yeah. Ramana, shall we go through the questions and just give you the methodology you followed for querying? Okay, we'll make our own query, but just an idea how do we, like first and second you explain, what did you do? Okay. So first is this 3-line query we have done. Second is the number of death cases in each country of continent Asia and also the corresponding WHO regions.
Okay.
They should
for
also.
this, what you need to do is you need to filter on continent Asia first, right?
Okay.
And then you need to check for the death cases, look for the death cases within Asia and print the corresponding WHO regions, right? So
and similarly for WHO region also we'll have to do.
Yeah. So normally, output will come something like this. So you will have the total their deaths, right? And you will have a country, in which country, and continent is Asia, and WHO region is Southeast Asia. So this is the output.
Okay, fine. So it's for each country it will have that. For Asia, for all Asian country it will.
For all Asian countries or continent, all continents belong to the Asia countries will come here, and corresponding, the WHO region will come here. Yeah, and total deaths will come here.
Okay, good. So that's also a straightforward query.
The number of deaths occurred on particular date. It is also here one catch is there. Okay, this is little bit tricky, right? See, the problem here is, I think if you look at the dates, right, it is in our format is like
ISO format you're asking.
Yeah. So that formatting is something very important because MongoDB queries cannot understand those.
No, but the thing is that a lot of people have imported through Compass, MongoDB Compass, and for them this date is changed into ISO format.
Yeah.
MMDD, right?
Yeah,
then you can query very easily.
Yeah, I think actually, if you are using from Compass and Shell, then that is okay. But if you are not using directly, then it's a problem, right? Because see, what you need to do is you need to add extra code to really convert that. Okay, that is something very important.
I've tried that actually. I can push one query. This thing data string, right? There is a field. You can use it directly for this, especially for this situation only. But exactly this, I'll send you. Just check this is right because this is not working. Formatting while formatting. I've sent this.
Someone has asked that question, right? If I remember, someone has asked.
Ramna, can you check in the chat? You can see this.
But this one you're querying the data, but you're not changing the data type of the existing collection, right?
Data type. This is a string. Actually, you are giving the format DMY.
Yeah, but you are just querying it after importing. You are not changing the data type of the existing collection field.
No, of course not. See, in the real world, you will not get as you want data type, right? You will have to do it by yourself only. So that is what we are doing. Even I've said the queries, right? In the chat itself, you can see that we have the date as a string and the normal format, Indian format, right? You'll have to change into ISO object and then you'll have to do the query.
True.
That's how
That
it
is
is.
No, even if you just query as a string, also it works.
Yeah,
No.
string also it works. The problem is that when it will work is that if you have imported through Compass and it changed that
No, I
format
have
into
imported through the command line only, and it still works. I mean,
yeah
that's all.
directly. If just one is if you going to write GTE and then both query at the same time only if you do it, no, it won't work because I've tried so many times, but I
So
don't
I
know.
think
it's not working.
same question was asked by someone, right? The day and month and all. So I think I replied for that. So I gave the code also there. So
No, code is fine. From code I can, but query I was talking about. Query how exactly? Because this seems right. I've said with so many people, but everyone says it should work. But I don't know.
it is working, right? Why it is not working? It is working. See, the moment you use this, for example, let us say start date, end date, you converted that into year, month, and date format, right? That is how your MongoDB will understand. So once you have done that, right? So you will get that the number, how many
No, but
times.
why are you doing greater than and all that? It was just one particular date, right? They're asking.
No, not this question. Sixth question.
Okay.
Sixth or eighth. Which one was that? Eighth question, I think.
Okay, you're talking about the question number 8.
Eighth, actually, not this one. But idea remains the same actually. Directly you can use it as a string also in this question. It's much easier. But in
This
eighth
one,
question,
right?
I'm talking about right.
Yeah, it's the same thing, right? So you
Yeah,
will
same
get the
thing.
same.
Idea would be the same only.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but here, see, for people who didn't, I don't know, like people who have done, that's okay. For the people who are not aware of that, see, this way it will not work, okay? So you need to convert into year, then month and date format, right? So US
No,
format.
actually, another thing is that you can, again, I would ask you to just, Ramana, just see one thing. Actually, date from string is there in the field, actually. MongoDB, if you see that document, you can give that as a string, that date, normal format. And then you will tell this is the format, you'll have to change it to ISO date object. And then
there are multiple ways. So the way what you are telling
but
will
this
also
is the
work.
problem. It's not working. That is the problem for me.
Okay. So, but whatever, this way it was working, whatever here we have given. So you need to use this particular function, right? This one.
Yeah, directly string type. Yeah, that is fine. I know this one.
No, you try putting year first and then month and date. That works.
Yes. Yeah, that's possible. Okay, so that is something tricky, which dates, wherever dates are there, right? So we need to take care of that, wherever dates related. Okay, I think the question number 3 is clear, right? So question number 4, maybe I think this is where we need to do some little bit new field, right? The new cases, the new field we need to create using this formula, and then we need to print in a reverse order. That's it. Okay.
So this one, for this one,
number of
are you
active
getting negative
cases,
numbers?
new cases minus new death plus new recovered in a reverse. Okay.
What do you mean by reverse over here? Means
you need country name and reverse in the sense, let us say max to minimum. That's it, right? That's it.
Okay.
That's what I understand. Normally, reverse order means it is like high to low.
So reverse order based on country name, right?
Right. So it should be US first and then like.
Right. Yeah. It's reverse order country name.
Starting from Z. Z should be first.
Yeah, reverse sorted order based on the country name. Okay. So that means they alphabetically into the reverse order.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, for this one, for a few countries, I was getting negative numbers, which feels that it's incorrect because the number of new active cases cannot be negative, right?
Just like one doubt, I'm Lakshmi here. So does the reverse order mean like number of cases highest at the top and lowest at the below?
It says that in a reverse sorted order based on the country name. So sorting has to be done based on the country name?
I don't know whether first will come Afghanistan or with Zimbabwe, so it all depends, right? But I don't know. I need to
I
read
think
for
it's
that.
it says that based on the country name they have given, that's what we have to
Okay,
interpret it.
that's name reverse means it's only alphabet reverse.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Next one.
Okay, so I think I need to change. I went with the high to low. Okay.
Okay. The fifth question is the names of the countries with more than 900 active cases and more than 800 deaths. And this also should be straightforward, right?
Yes, straightforward. Yeah, used to, the cases, one is greater than, and, here, also 800. Yeah. One is for the deaths and one is for the active cases.
Okay.
This for the earlier question, anyone getting negative numbers for the
You will get a negative
Yeah.
number for sure. So what you need to do is put the case. If the negative number, yeah, you just,
Filter it. Filter the
No,
negative.
the formula is wrong actually. It will say the formula is we need to find the active new cases. And for finding active new cases, again, you're subtracting the new cases with the new death and new recovered. It should be total number of cases minus new death and new recovered, right? Then only you will get the active new cases.
Yeah, here new cases minus new death plus new recovered.
Okay, this is fine. Another important question.
It will happen if the recovery is more than the new cases.
For
If
which
that
query we going to show the visualization? That is something important question.
See, we put, 0. Whatever is more than 0, those are removed. So that's what I did.
Okay.
So what about visualization, Ramna? Which questions we have to show the visualization? This is something is very important.
For all questions. See,
Oh,
one
really?
visualization was this I did.
Oh, okay.
Question number 1, right? Easy.
Okay.
So,
And the sixth also we discuss. Seventh is the total number of deaths all around the world.
It's easy, right? One simple query.
Okay. Total number of deaths. I think this is repeating of the first question, right?
No, this is sheet may be different.
Yes.
Here it is country and here.
Ramna, is there any case where you'll have to combine data from both?
No.
I didn't find anything like that.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe we may be missing, but till now I didn't find anything.
If you're not using PyMongo, then how can we create visualization?
Yeah, that's the reason PyMongo is a must. There is no other way. Visualization.
Yeah, absolutely.
PyMongo is required because of visualization only. I thought, okay, not possible.
Do we have any specific question for visualization?
No, somewhere they mentioned, right? Somewhere here, if I remember, call for appropriate charts or graphs.
Next. Yeah, here only. No. Go down. Go down. Yeah, now here you can see. Where is it? You'll have to show on the analysis with the supporting MongoDB. One sec.
Somewhere they have written. We don't know much. We just forgot that. Okay. We need to call for appropriate, even though it is not asked, right? So we need to. The data set allows several new combinations of attributes. Yeah, that is what we know. And modification of attributes. Yes, it is required for purpose of the analysis. See, make appropriate assumptions, make it explicitly known while using them. Data pre-processing.
I think we'll have to put our comments there, what assumptions we have made.
If you have made any.
Like, for example, the reverse of country. Then we'll put what we understood from that. We are just sorting on the reverse of alphabetical order of the country.
Yeah, true. Something like that.
Something like that we'll put. The seventh one, Ramna, the seventh question, what was there? That total number of that is straightforward. The number of death cases, active cases between that we discussed. Okay, right? The date formatting is the tricky part here.
Yes.
What is the ninth question seems to be partial. The latitude of countries ending with IA and the number of countries. Oh.
Yeah. So we need
this
to
is nothing with the COVID. It's just only the name of the country.
Yeah. So basically in this data, right? So if you look at that, right? So the countries which are, basically if you look at that ending with IA, right? So if you just put it IA, right? So these many countries are there which are ending with IA. all these things. So we need to figure it out, the latitude and longitude of the countries. For example, Austria, Albania is there. It's all ending with IA.
Okay,
So what
okay.
is the latitude, longitude of this, and what else? How many active cases? Or
No,
what?
no, only total number of countries. That's it. He is not listing the country. Then the latitude of countries ending with A and the number of countries.
Yeah, so we need to give country name also, right? List you need
Okay.
to give,
List
and the number of countries also.
number of countries. Okay.
Yeah, that is all.
So
So it need to-
count as well as countries, which is ending
Yes,
with
countries, yeah.
A.
yeah, that is
This
what.
should be straightforward. We can process to the PyMongo. It will be much easier, right?
Yeah. PyMongo is going to be the lifesaver now.
Yeah.
But it is not straightforward. Something is struggled, but yeah.
Yeah. But it's still
Or
better
the
than directly
string,
writing query, right? It's much
string
better than.
management, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what I was telling, right? So 8460 is what I got. I don't know whether it's right or not. And these are all things, right?
No,
Country
84 this
name,
one cannot be there because its number of countries should be total number of countries itself is only
In
200.
total is
See, that's what. See here, but the longitude, latitude, right? So that is what there was a question
Yeah.
asked, right? They are not mapping. See, for
No,
example,
it's
in
not a country,
Australia
yeah,
itself,
directly.
you will have, so many will be there. In Australia itself, you have so many different longitude.
Oh,
Lat
then you have
long is
to.
not unique, right?
No,
So
no,
it's going to be different. So it's possible to have 8460.
then we'll have to
But
take
number of
unique values.
in
Unique
that
I
values.
think that's why they ask for the number of country.
Yes, so
Correct,
unique values you need to take there.
Yeah.
And
What lat
yeah.
long unique value?
No,
Distinct
lat
values.
long will be the
No.
list. And also the number of countries they asked. No, for number of countries we have to remove all the
So
repeating.
unique and then, but
Yeah.
how will you have a?
This is actually
lat long?
two-part question here. This see the latitude and longitude of countries ending with IA. Okay,
So
that
this
is one
is
part.
the 8,000, 8,500 you will get.
Yeah.
Yes.
And this you will get some other number when you.
The number of countries is you just remove
It's
all
just
the
a
repeat.
unique number of countries.
Yeah,
That is what
unique.
they're saying.
Yeah.
Unique or a distinct. It is called distinct, right?
Yeah, distinct only.
Okay, and the countries with active cases on that is also the similar to that, right? For the
Yes.
sixth or seventh
Just the
one.
date manipulation.
Yeah. The latitude and latitude of those countries which are having active cases greater than 100. This is also, so if the same country have multiple attitudes, then how will you give again? This will be
You'll have to
repeating
check
value.
with the active cases, right?
No,
That is your filter condition. Active cases greater
This
than
is a
100.
filter condition, first condition.
Yeah.
Then for this condition, pick the latitude and longitude and the country.
But see, that's where the confusion is. For same country, there will be different latitude and longitude because latitude and
Possible.
longitude is the one point. Okay.
Yes.
But it doesn't matter, right? You'll have to filter from here and then goes from right
So
to
you may
left.
get Australia 5-6
Doesn't
times.
matter,
Possible.
right? Yeah, it's possible.
So in Australia, maybe that latitude maybe for Sydney, one for the something else, and one for the Perth, one will be possible.
Yeah.
No, we can make it simple by just mentioning an
So
assumption that
which
we are assuming.
latitude and longitude you will take in those cases?
That's it.
So all latitude long you will have to take because it's a country. You'll have whatever the result will come. That is something you'll have to show. This is what
So
I think.
all points whatever available.
Yeah,
in the
you'll have to
data
show. That is what.
Okay.
Which are having active cases greater than 100.
Greater than 100.
Maybe I think latitude, longitude, we have to sum up the cases for each record and take the one which are more than 100 and list out all those records of that country. You're getting my point?
I think you're making it more complicated, Super.
I
Just make
think-
it easier, man.
Yeah,
Take active cases greater than 100. That's it.
No, it seems to be a tricky question because they don't
No,
ask
it's
the
not
easy-
tricky. Yeah, it's just direct question. Only you're making it tricky.
No,
If you think too much, then it's a tricky.
Let's select one country.
See, Supral, I selected Australia. Okay.
Okay.
So here you have these many different latitude and longitudes, right? So almost you have, count is 1,500. Maybe
Okay.
they may be repeating. So 1,500 are there. Okay. And in this, let us say that active cases, right, more than 100, right? So basically more than 100 means you will have so
That's
many.
why you have to sum of that, right?
Greater than
That's why
100. Just, you'll have to select greater than 100. All other you'll have to remove.
Yeah, that's what. So we
No,
need to
great.
just remove greater
No,
than
others,
100. Right?
others greater than 100. This is for per day. They have got date wise.
No,
Okay.
overall, not date wise. There's no mention of date in the queries, right?
Correct. That's what I'm saying. If it is
Mm.
overall, then we have to sum for all the country and leave the countries which is total sum is less than 100.
Yeah, your what you're saying is opposite of what we are saying. We are saying just take those country which is greater than 100, but you're saying that
Okay,
just
fine.
leave it.
Okay,
Yeah.
anyway, that operation we have to do, right?
Yeah,
We have to
right,
sum
right.
all the active cases.
Not some.
No,
Why
we
some?
don't have to sum. Yeah, just have to check with
Active cases
greater
more
than
than
100
100.
cases.
That's it.
That's
But
what
this
I'm
is
saying. You're
per
complicating
day,
it.
no? It is given as a per date. See, date wise they are given.
But what date has to do here? Nothing date is there. See what is required here basically. You need to print.
So they are saying active cases greater than 100 on a particular day or altogether.
That is not
Or
mentioned.
yeah, that's not better. That's not clear, right?
Yeah, that's the reason they're asking to put all assumptions, right? So if you want to club, right, like that, you put assumption saying that you have done like that.
Okay. That way we can do. You
Yeah.
interpret
So
the
if
questions
people,
and put all your assumptions there.
yeah, the people who are doing this straight away, like what Adarsh was telling, they will just put that. Okay, we just took the 100 and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. The last one, the countries and respective dates in which maximum increase that we have discussed. We have to create one field
Yes.
and
Maximum.
calculate the difference between
And
the
select the maximum
Yeah.
difference you're getting.
Yeah. Good. I think we got some idea. I think good thing is we have now much of clarity on what to use. We have to use MongoDB, the PyMongoDB, PyMongo, right? In Python, that will be the
Yeah.
right option. Otherwise, it will be very confusing. And
One question. So there are some duplicate entries, right? Do we need to delete that? Do we need to clean up
Yeah.
as part of the
I
pre-processing?
think all the pre-processing we'll have to do. We have to explain that.
Okay.
And what screenshots are we pasting in the PDF in the PDF,
No,
right?
that is what. No, with having this notebook, you can directly create the PDF, right? You
Yeah,
don't
that's
need
right.
to
If
paste
you have a
it.
node, using Notebook, we can just generate the PDF file. But
Okay.
in that case, what will you record, others?
You'll have to execute each cell, and that is what you're going to record. Each
So
query.
the
Yeah.
execution of each
Yeah,
cell
each
we
cell
have to
only.
show.
Yeah. Then in that case, we will have to do like that only.
What is the
We don't-
point in recording it?
It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense now. That
So
is what.
see, put all the executable the PyMango file and just clear all the outputs. Okay, start from the beginning. Start recording from the cell one. Keep on running it. That's it. Done.
So
Yeah.
so again, the situation is they wanted to stop us from copying each other, but now
Yeah.
if anyone
Come
can
on,
say
yeah,
that we can.
are they going to see all 200 and see which one are being
No, they
similar?
won't see. Simply they are making it
which
difficult.
which one are going to look similar?
Maybe they want something like that. Means people will be connecting together and they will be what do you say? Then they record the call and they share with them. Something like that.
So
No,
Supras,
make
what you
make
can do
sure,
is
No,
on your
guys.
file, Supras, you can put a copyright, and if they sell your video in YouTube, you can sue them. Okay, so put a copyright there, and if they sell
I
somewhere,
think we all should put our watermark the video.
yeah, watermark.
Yeah. Guys,
Designed and developed by.
make sure you put your names, like the team names, in the first cell, so that you can start copying. Recording from.
Pick. Yeah, start copying. That is absolutely right.
That is the from starting only, or just write the name and then you start the copy.
Yeah.
Good, yeah. Anyway, thanks, Ramana. It was really, really helpful. You
Yeah,
joined.
man.
Really
Thank you.
appreciate.
Thank you
Thank you very much,
Thank you
Ramana.
very much.
And thanks for all joining. And it's a good discussion.
Yeah.
There is
Thank
no
you very much.
recorded now. Supuras, they will tell you.
Yeah,
why
no,
they
I
did it.
already put a message in the group that I am unable to record it.
Okay.